Hey everyone, it's your girl, Dr. Elizabeth. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so happy to be here with you all today. Today, what I want to take my time to talk about is this fast growing opportunity in our industry. A lot of you are getting to know more about the industry, what can allow you to secure your freedom. You all want to be free, you want to buy your time back. And I am so happy to let you know that there are some things, that there is a business called a mobile app that you can tap into that can help you gain your freedom back. Okay? In the diagnostic place, we are able to offer multiples and arrays of services, including DOT, non DOT, which are drug testing, DNA services, which has a lot of niches, including immigration, paternity, ancestry, gender review, I-9, background checks, fingerprints. Look, I can keep going on and on and on and on. But most importantly, what I want you guys to know how to do in this video is to set up your business properly without problems, right? A lot of people start the business but then are still stopped or still at a hurdle or at a point where they don't know what next to do. So I'm going to provide a lot of clarity in this video, especially for those of you that are new or that have started but don't know what the next steps are. I want to tell you that your certification is not the only thing that you need to gear your energy towards. Yes, once you receive your your certificates, let me be very specific. Your DOT certification, you want to make sure that you are also looking for lab to give you your accounts, your supplies, your MRO, and everything else that you need. Because a lot of times people don't all know that, especially for DOT, when you are doing a DOT drug test, you need to have a lab partner because DOT is a lab-based type of services and you will need a lab. Even for non-DOT, sometimes when you are doing the rapid cups collection, if this test comes back positive, you still have to send it to the lab for confirmation. So you want to set up with a lab that can give you both the DOT and the non-DOT. I want to let you know that when you do reach out to labs nowadays, such as Quest, such as LabCorp, such as CRL, such as Aliri, to mention a few, you do have to have some sort of business credits. If you don't have a business credit, the labs will reject your lab account, your application. So what you want to do is make sure that you are qualified and expect to have or to you're going to pay a lab setup fee. It's called your onboarding fee. So when it comes to DOT, let me walk you through that process. You're going to become certified. You do have to know how to do DOT, non-DOT drug testing. Let me let you know that a lot of you guys are always looking for non-DOT training. There is no regulated training for non-DOT. But within our program, we understand that students are always looking or asking. So when I teach, I combine both the DOT and the non-DOT training. Let me let you know that if you can't do a DOT training, you are most overqualified to do a non-DOT because there are just few steps away from non-DOT. A DOT requires a chain of custody. It means that you have to document the processes of your testing, your split collection, and all of that on a chain because it's a legal documentation. You also need an MRO. If you don't have a medical review officer, you won't be able to do a DOT drug test. So when you are reaching out to the labs, make sure you ask the lab for the MRO list. The labs are responsible for providing you with the MRO because the MRO and the labs work interchangeably. They work together. The way DOT works is that when you are done with the collection, you have to remember to fax or send email, whichever way your MRO prefers, the second page to the MRO, and you send the copy to the MRO. The labs are responsible for releasing the results to the MRO. The result does not go from the lab to you. It's a chain. It goes from the lab From you send a specimen to the lab, then the lab to the MRO, and the MRO to you. So if the MRO does not have your second copy chain of custody, they are not going to give you your results. So you want to make sure you do that. And when you are selecting MRO, ask the lab to give you a list, because the labs have their own specific MROs that they work with. The only job, your responsibility, is to choose which MRO fits with your business need. For example, do they have a way to email them? How is their communication? What is their turnaround time? You want to know all of this information because it helps you in your services to your client. So you want a fast turnaround lab and a fast turnaround MRO. Some MROs are overloaded and they take forever to give you your result. Remember, lab to MRO. That's how you're going to get your result. Some lab have portal access, some don't have portal access. It depends, especially if you are connected through a TPA third party. You are most likely not going to have a portal access. You need to work or start working on your business credit. I understand the majority of you have no LLC. There is no activity on your business credit. You have to go get a secure credit card. Go to your bank, go on Amazon, go to where is this other places? Lowe's, Home Depot, get a credit on your business name and spend and pay back. That's how you're going to build. Business credit is very similar to personal credit. You're just making sure you're spending and you're returning, you're paying back the money, and there's an activity. Make sure that whomever you're going with to give you your business credit can report back to the bureau, because if there is no activity on your credit, you don't have a business credit. So make sure they report all of your activities, that you're paying on time and all of that. All right, so now that you have a lab account, you need to understand marketing. A lot of you today are suffering. You don't have contracts, you don't have client, you don't have anything, but what you have is certificate. You have all the trainings, you have everything. Some of you even have the lab account, but you don't have the client. And that's where our training comes handy, prepared, efficient, sufficient for you to help you grow your business. You need to allow someone to train you and show you how the industry works. It's a lot of ways that you can get clients. You can talk to TPAs, you can sign contract with Department of Transportation. We have various departments or agencies within the DOT. We have the Federal Aviation, we have the Railroad, we have the DOT FMCSA, we have the FTA, the pipeline, the Coast Guard. There's a lot of these people are understanding and needs the DOT to be specific. A DOT test can give you up to $100. It depends on how you charge and your location. So you want to really position yourself and your business. All that you need is 2 to 3 contracts. Go talk to the security companies. Go talk to the towing companies. Go on the Department of Transportation website. Pull the list of all the agencies or all the list of people that just recently obtained their authority. They are needing, by law, every department of agency needs to do what we call the random drug testing. A lot of you does not even know that drug testing is not only for pre-employment. We also have random testing post accidents, can open your doors and give you a lot of money, because accidents are not always planned for, and when there is an accident, by law we have to go to the scene of the accident to get tested, including breath and alcohol. So a lot of you do not know how to charge, neither do you know how to position yourselves for contract, for businesses. All I hear is, I'm tired, I'm burned out, I want my freedom back, I want my time back, I want to make money, I want to build wealth. You have to understand what you're doing, because if you don't, you're not going to have all of the results, right? Also is something we call return to duty. You'll need to go talk to the SAP. The substance abuse professional are the ones looking for not only return to duty, but even breath and alcohol. In the mentorship program, we show and teach you how to acquire and stay connected with all of the referral sources. Not only TPA should be your thingy. Okay, so return to duty, post-accident, reasonable suspicion is also another powerful one. Pre-employment is good. So look, there are so many ways you can make money, and you should not say you don't know how. a little bit, let's transition into DNA testing. DNA testing is also a very lucrative business, okay? DNA has so many niches. We have the ancestry, the immigration, the paternity, the citizenship, the funeral homes. A lot of people die without having some sort of will or inheritance or something, and their family members needs to claim all of their properties, needs to claim their money in the bank, needs to show some sort of relationship, and we could test funeral home. All you have to do is go to the funeral homes, tell them how you can support them, because they are also looking, because families are talking to them before they get buried. They need to test. We can test their nail, their hair, right? Not the standard way of testing. This can give you a lot of money. I've seen some agencies, all they do is funeral testing. They don't even do no paternity. But you have an opportunity to do multiple different niches in DNA testing. Immigration is another niche that you guys don't tap into or even talk about, because majority of you are not immigrants. I am an immigrant. I understand the process. I teach the process. And I know there is a lot of money in immigration, right? You can even start that with immigration consultant. Immigration, one immigration DNA can give you up to $1,000, right? And the way immigration works is that the money comes directly to you. How immigration patient pays, they all pay the client. But again, that's a separate conversation. You can do your research, but immigration is a top niche that you guys are not tapping into. But before you can do in DNA immigration, you do have to have your accreditation certificate. Do not, I repeat, don't go to the aabb.org to get your certificate. If you do, you're gonna waste money and time, because you're gonna have to still pay the lab during your onboarding. So, and your onboarding fees already covers the immigration training and certification. So don't let people mislead you. Remember, everything we do here is with integrity and excellence. We know what we do, and we know what we are talking about when we are talking about those things, right? So that's DNA, right? What about, look, I can go on and on and on, but let me know if you want to see part 2 of this video, because we will be back. I want to see your comments. Let me know how you like this video. If you have a question in particular, if it's on AABB, if it's on the DNA, if it's on the lab account, whatever that I've covered today, put in a comment. I'll be in a comment and I'll see you. It's your girl, Dr. Elizabeth, but you could call me Coach Eli. I'll talk to you guys soon. Make sure you subscribe. Bye.